Hello, my lovelies. It is time for another round of Better Book It. So stay tuned. So I'm not sure which round this is at this point, but if you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. Better Book It is one of my multiple TBR games that I play. The way this one works is I have my board that I created here, and I give myself 3 days to try to complete it. If I complete it, then at the end of the month when I film my Wheel of TBR, I get to take one of the base spins away. If I don't complete it, then I have to add a spin. So these next few days are going to be a little bit tricky because I have a lot of things going on. So like, we just got back from our trip last night, and so I haven't unpacked or anything. I have a doctor's appointment today. Xander's got a dentist appointment tomorrow. And on Friday, I have a watch party with my coffee patrons. So this is going to be tricky, so fingers crossed I can actually complete it. Also, I just noticed that my battery is about to die. So I'm going to change that out, and we're going to point it down at the board and see what our first spin's going to be. Okay, I have Cedric here. Put him on the start. And I've got my die. So at this point, I don't really care if I get a physical book or an audiobook. I do need an audiobook, but I also have places where I'm going to go and I can just physically read as well. So let's see what we get. 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is a book to movie or TV or whatever adaptation. Okay, so this is one I'm going to have to think about for a little bit because I don't think I have anything on my TBR for the month that works for this. And I don't have anything right off the top of my head that I can think of that fits. So I'm going to have to look around and I'll be right back. Okay, it seems that I do not have a bunch of those that I haven't already read. So I was looking on my classic shelves and I found one that I thought would be super quick, super easy, but also fun. And that's Charlotte's Web by E.B. White. And this is very short, like way shorter than I thought. It's less than 200 pages. Also, it's a kid's book, so the text is on the larger side, and there's some illustrations. But yeah, this will go by very, very quickly. So this is what I'm going to start with. And that'll be a fun way to start this. And let's see. In addition to like doctor's appointments and things like that, I have unpacking to do. I have a pile of packages at my door that I need to go through. And it's February and my Christmas tree is still up. All of my Christmas decorations are still up because I've been traveling. And I leave again in a little over 2 weeks. So I got a lot of stuff to do. All right, let's get to reading. I'll be back when I've read some. Okay, so I didn't come while reading Charlotte's Web. However, I just finished it and I'm giving it 5 stars. It was so sweet. I know I've read it before, like long time ago. If you don't know, the main character is a pig named Wilbur, and Fern here, she saves him from being slaughtered as a little piglet because he was the runt of the litter, and she ends up raising him up until her family's like, okay, he has to be sold. She manages to get him sold to the neighbor, and as he's getting bigger and stuff, there's a worry that he's going to get turned into dinner one night. So his friend Charlotte, who is a spider, weaves a web that says some pig, and Wilbur instantly becomes like famous for this, and she weaves other words into webs as well to try to save Wilbur's life. And it is very sweet and very precious, and I give it 5 stars. And now I need to roll to see what we get for the next book because, let's see, it's nearly 1 o'clock And I have about an hour until I need to leave to go to my doctor's appointment. And I've got to get myself ready. My hair is crazy. So let's get right back to the board. Okay, again, I don't really have a preference on audiobook or physical book. I just want to keep it going. So let's see what we get. 6. Oh, good number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, so this is a Once Upon a Book Club. Okay, This is likely going to be a physical read because I don't know if I have audiobooks or whatever. I'm going to go up to my closet upstairs and I have a mountain of Once Upon a Book Club boxes. So I'm going to grab one and that's what we're going to go with. And as I go through and I'm reading the book, the way Once Upon a Book Club works is as you're reading the book, you come to these little post-it notes that say open your gift, and you go into the box and you find the gift with that page number. And it's something to do with the story. It's very interactive and I love this box. But yeah, I'll open the gifts here for you guys so you can see what I get. All right, so let me go find a box. Okay, so I grabbed this one. I can't remember if pink is YA or adult. This box is kind of busted. But let's see. The book, and this is from June 2023. And this is Famous for a Living by Melissa Ferguson. Let's see. So in our box, we have a little print. We also have the letter from, I think it's, from the author. A signed book plate. A bookmark with a quote from the book. And then we have a few gifts. So we've got one for page 21, one for page 63, one for page 171, and one for page 106. So small gifts in this box. So the first one should be pretty quick because of page 21. Okay. Oh. There's something in the book too, which I guess we'll get to towards the end of the book. This says, she's insta-famous, he uses a flip phone. When her business partner is accused of serious financial crimes, super influencer Kat Cranwell, an engineered marvel of beauty, energy, and fun, falls from her penthouse perch. Desperate to get away from the online trolls and paparazzi documenting her disgrace, Kat accepts her uncle's offer to work with him in Cannery National Park, Montana. About as far as possible from life as she's known it. Kat's world shifts from the swirling haze of likes and comments to literal blizzards of frostbite temperatures and waist-deep snow. In place of negotiating brand deals, she finds herself negotiating at the ledge of a frozen lake with her die-hard polar bear plunge coworkers. Instead of padding through the marble kitchen of her Manhattan loft, she's sharing a tent-sized cabin with a roommate eager to bond like characters in sitcoms. But something curious is also happening in this overwhelming breath of fresh air as she reacquaints with the most honest parts of herself and begins to ask the hard questions. Can Kat love herself with and without the world watching? Then there's the other tiny problem. She's falling for Zahaya, the ruggedly handsome park ranger, and he hates anything remotely connected to social media, quite possibly her included. So I think this is going to be fun. This has got an interesting texture cover. It's like vinyl-y feeling. Yes, this is what I'm going to read. I'll be back very, very soon to open the first gift. And I also need to get myself ready. Okay, so I have gotten to the first gift. So our main character, Kat, it's her birthday and she's turning 30 and she's also having a launch party for something. I don't really know what yet. And her uncle shows up and he has a gift for her. And it's a necklace. It says, the square box is small and unassuming, cardboard colored, no label. But as my fingers lift off the lid, my breath catches in my throat. I raise the thin gold chain in my fingertips. The rose embossed locket is so small you wouldn't think you could fit a picture in there, and yet I unlatch it, and sure enough, there she is. Aunt Clara on one side, her hair tangled and swept up in the wind, as she stands on a hillside grinning, and Uncle Terry, much leaner, in both build and facial hair in the same park uniform he's wearing now. So I'm guessing that's what our gift is. And Aunt Claire passed away. I don't know from what yet. And here is the necklace. There's a little rose on it. See if I can open it. And there's the pictures on the inside. Cute. Okay, so the next gift is on page 63. This one's got a little bit of weight to it. But that shouldn't be too long. It is 1:24 now, so I might get to that gift before I have to leave. So let me get back to reading. Okay, I've gotten to the next gift. So at this point in time, so like in chapter 1, she was having this launch party for an app. Chapter 2 is 3.5 months later, and bad things have happened with this app, and people's data somehow got sold, and she's being sued, and all kinds of other stuff. So now she has flown to Montana to kind of leave the spotlight for a little while. And Isaiah, he works with her uncle, and he picked her up at the airport, and they're currently on their way to the cabin or whatever. Anyway, so she's in his truck, and it says, an empty coffee mug sits in the console between us, the bottom rim holding the remnants of dark as night liquid and a few coffee grounds. Drinks coffee black. Noted. Okay, so this is definitely not a coffee mug, because, little. No idea what it is, though. Let's see. Floral car coasters, set of 2. Keep your cup holders clean and protected while also adding some extra personality to your car with these floral patterned car coasters. The protective cork backing prevents the bottom from bumping and wearing. Designed with a notch on the side of the coaster, allowing you to easily remove it from the cup holder to clean. This is kind of neat. I'll actually use this. I'll put it in my car when I head out. Oh, they're like ceramic. They're pretty. So they look like this. That's nice. Yeah, I'll put those in my car. Okay, it is currently 1:55, so I need to leave like right now. So I have another audiobook that I started yesterday. I'm barely into it, and my plan was to, if a roll comes up and I can use that, then I will, because I'm only like 10% into it or something like that. There's still like 10 hours remaining of that audiobook. So I think while I'm on my way there and back, I'll listen to that just to kind of get me ahead on it, just in case it comes up. And then I will continue this when I get back home. Okay, I am back home and I have continued reading Famous for a Living. So the cabin that she is staying in, it's a tiny little like studio size cabin. She says it's about the size of her closet, and she is not staying there alone. She has a roommate, a very perky roommate. And her roommate has just made it says what appears to be a tube top for a newborn, but it has a figure of a bear on the front of it, and it's like done with all these different shades and patterns of fabric. And she thinks it's like really, quite nice, but not really sure what it is. Anyway, so it says, hastily she picks up a mason jar and slides the piece over it. A cozy for your cozy coffee, she declares with pride. So I'm guessing that's what we're getting. A cozy with a bear on it. We've got our package here. So we only have one gift remaining after this, and that's in like 70 pages, 65 pages. So it says the quote here, a cozy for your cozy coffee, she declares with pride. And it's for like the iced coffee, so your hands don't get cold. Or I guess you could be for a hot coffee. It says read books, drink coffee, be happy. That's cute. Okay, so it'll probably be a while. Oh, did I lose my page? Well, it was 106. Ah, there it is. I'm using a little post-it note for a bookmark, even though there's a bookmark in the box. Anyway, the next gift is page, I think, 171. Yeah. So, I'll be back when I get through this much more. Okay, so I have gotten to the next gift. And at this point in the story, we found out that the park is kind of counting on Kat to help revive the park and bring people in, because if they don't start getting more people in, their park's going to get merged with another park, and the people there are going to be out of a job, including her uncle. So that's where we are in the story. As far as the gift, so they're all getting ready to go out and have like a little night out in the very tiny downtown area. So she picks up the lipstick tube with the gilded number 007 across the side. So, lipstick, I'm guessing, is what we have in this last package. And it does feel like that size. This is our final gift in the box, though there was like another thing like stuck in the book we'll get to towards the end of the book. It just says a lipstick. Looks like this. Perfectly Nude 007. And it is a nude lipstick. And underneath it says really small, Kat Cranwell's Lucky Lipstick. Okay, I'll be back whenever I get to this thing that's been added to the book so I can show you. But I'm currently here, and that is way back here, so it'll take a while still. I'm also not really accomplishing anything around my house. I've got to figure out how I'm going to do all the things I need to do. Okay, so I just got to the thing that was inserted in the book, and I can't really say too much about it because it is towards the end of the book and could be a spoiler. But I will say that it is a boarding pass. This book is very cute. Okay, I'm going to go finish it now. Okay, I just finished Famous for a Living. This was very cute. I enjoyed it a lot. One of the big things in here, that kind of morals of the story, is not to let social media like overpower your life, and to be able to put the phone down and live in the moment. And yeah, I enjoyed this. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. And we need to roll to see what I get next. Okay, so at this point, I don't want a 1. A 4 would be nice because that means I could just, it's kind of a free space and I get to roll and move forward again. A 6 would be bizarre and incredible if I actually got that, because that would mean game over, I won. So, yeah, let's see what we get. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I get to roll again and move forward. So a 2 would put me at the end. And other than that, I'm good with any of the others. So let's see what we get. A 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is random color. Okay, so let me pull up a random color generator. All right, I'm just going to go with... Let me get where the screen will actually show. I'm going to go with the first one here. And, okay, let me tell it to generate random colors. We'll do it 3 times. How about 1, 2, 3. Luminous red. Okay. Let me see what I can find. I don't know if I have any on my physical TBR, like for this month, that I need to read that has red. But I bet if not, I probably have something on these books will self-destruct shelf. So let me go see what I can find, and I'll be back. Okay, so I was wrong. I didn't have anything on my physical TBR for this month that was red, or anything that was like, I had a lot of orangish kind of things on these books with self-destruct. And some that had some like dark red, but nothing that had like that bright red. So I went and looked on my shelves in the office, and I have Take the Mic, Fictional Stories of Everyday Resistance. This is edited by Bethany C. Morrow, and it's by several authors. And I think this fits for that very bright red. So let's see. It says, you might be the kind of person who fights online trolls, or who looks out for your neighbors and family during a march to protest injustice. Perhaps you are hashtag disabled and cute and dancing around your living room, proud to simply be. Or perhaps you are the trans mentor you wish you had when you were younger. Maybe you call out false allies or stand up to loved ones. Maybe you speak your truth and drop the mic. Or maybe you take the mic with you when you leave. This anthology features fictional stories in poems, prose, and art that reflect a slice of the varied and limitless ways that readers like you resist every day. So this is what I'm going to read for my random color. Okay, so last night I stayed up until like 1:15 reading Take the Mic. This was fantastic, and this was written, I think most of these were written around 2017, maybe even 2018. But they were written during a time that right before or right after Trump became president for the first time. And I feel like a lot of the stuff in here applies even more this time around. So much more. There were stories about a little girl who, I think she was 7 or 8 years old, and she's Muslim, and somebody asked her if she was the good kind or the kind that likes to blow up their buildings. And there's a story about a non-binary who does like a big sister, big brother type program for LGBTQIA plus kids. And they buddy with a trans boy, and their school is also like supposed to have these gender neutral bathrooms that they are able to use, so they don't have to choose between the boys or girls. And the school hasn't done this yet, and because of being a buddy with this kid, they see how it's even more important for that. And yeah, there's a homecoming proposal done horribly wrong. There's just a lot of really, really excellent stories in here. I highly, highly, highly recommend this. I'm going to give this one 4.5 stars. The only reason I'm not giving it 5 stars is because there were... Okay, I hate to call out anybody in here. It's me, okay? I'll say it's me. I thoroughly enjoyed every single story in here, and except there were 2 poems in here that I really... I mean, there were other poems in here, but the 2 poems, like, there's 2 poems by one author in here, and I don't know, I just couldn't put it with the rest of the stuff. And that was the ones by Jason Reynolds. But everything else in here, loved it. So 4.5 stars. Okay, so now I need to figure out my next book. I'm surprised. I don't think I've ever been this far down the board this early on in the game. So that's kind of nice. It would be awesome if I could finish even a day early, because I'm finding that I'm doing more reading and not more of other things around my house that I kind of need to do. And so I'm just kind of giving in today and doing the reading, as well as going to take Xander to the dentist. But I'm not trying to get all the things done around the house, because I'm just not. I know me, I'm not going to get it done. So it'd be nice if I could finish early, because I have another video that I'm going to have to film too. So, okay. Let's see. Is there anything in particular you want or don't want? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the only thing I really don't want is a 5, because that would make me move backwards. Wow. I'm going to have to read at least one more book, but could possibly be just one more because I only need 7 spaces to win the game. That's incredible. All right, let's see what we get. Oh my gosh. Can you see that? I got a freaking 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is mood read. I can literally read anything I want. Holy cow. This has been the nicest game of Better Book It I've ever played. Like, oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so I can pick anything I want to read here. And remember earlier on yesterday, I said that there was a book that I had started right before, and I was only like 10% of the way through. That's what I'm going to read. So currently I'm about 20% of the way through because I did listen to it while going to and from my doctor's appointment yesterday. But I am currently listening to Where the Dark Stands Still by A.B. Poranek. This says, a girl with dangerous magic makes a risky bargain with a demon to be free of her monstrous power in this dark, devastating, and gothic young adult fantasy, perfect for fans of An Enchantment of Ravens and House of Salt and Sorrows. Liska knows that magic is monstrous and its practitioners are monsters. She's done everything possible to suppress her own magic to disastrous consequences. Desperate to be free of it, Liska flees her small village and delves into the dangerous demon-inhabited spirit wood, to steal a mythical fern flower. If she plucks it, she can use its one wish to banish her powers. Everyone who has sought the fern flower has fallen prey to unknown horrors, so when Liska is caught by the demon warden of the wood, called the Lezi, a bargain seems better than death. 1 year of servitude in exchange for the fern flower and its wish. Whisked away to the Lezi's crumbling manor, Liska soon makes an unsettling discovery. She is not the first person to strike this bargain, and all her predecessors have mysteriously vanished. If Liska wants to survive the year and return home, she must unravel her taciturn host's spool of secrets and face the ghost, figurative and literal, of his past, because something wakes in the woods, something deadly and without mercy. It frightens even the Lezi and cannot be defeated unless Liska embraces the monster she's always feared becoming. And I'll tell you, there's like a ghost dog, and there's a house spirit that takes the form of a cat, and it's a talking cat. And I'm enjoying it. It's very fairy tale-esque. So at this point in time, let me see where I am. I have about 9 hours of this audiobook remaining. So I can definitely finish this today. Oh my goodness. I can finish this game probably even halfway through the day today, which is awesome. Okay, so now I have to go and get Xander up because he stayed up way too late last night. So I gotta go get him up so I can get him to the dentist. So I will talk to you later. So it is 7:30 at night, and I have officially won this round of Better Book It. This is definitely the fastest I've gone through this game. And that is very, very handy because I'm actually having surgery on my foot on Monday. So I've just rearranged my schedule so that I could try to cram a little bit more into these next couple of days so I can get things done before that. But let me tell you about Where the Dark Stands Still. It was fine. It was just okay. This was something that my book buddy of the month selected for me to read for this month. And I felt like I was going to like it a lot more. By telling you the synopsis, I pretty much told you what this is about. Our main character, she has magic and is very frowned upon by her community and stuff and wants to wish it away. And she makes a deal with this demon that's like the warden of this magical wood or whatever. And she has to serve him for a year, and then he'll grant her wish to remove her magic. But during this time, he's kind of trying to show her that her magic is not actually a bad thing, and that the reason why her community doesn't like it is just because they don't understand it, they fear it, but that it's not a bad thing. And she has to let go of some of things in the past where her magic has gone awry and the guilt that she feels because of that. In the end, I'm giving this 3.5 stars. I enjoyed it okay, but I don't feel like this is something I need to own or that I would read again. But yay for completing Better Book It. I'm very, very happy. This round was incredible and so very helpful. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a big thumbs up. If you'd like to see more videos like this, click that subscribe button down below. And until next time, remember to always be completely you. Bye.